Hello everyone, my name's Larry, aka Simmy Dad. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Debt-Free Owner Operator series. I hope you're all well, enjoying the series so far. This is job number 90, picking up exactly where we left off at the aeroporto. We have picked ourselves a load of steel wire, industrial strength steel wire. We are heading up to Santa Teresa, which I believe is New Mexico sort of area.
Let's get going. The leaders of many
We
foreign
are,
nations await your arrival.
I went off, I slept. Yeah, we went off, we had a little sleep. Came back here because this actually worked out. As I was saying in the last episode, we were looking for the first job that was going to America, the US of A. So we wanted to get ourselves back up to USA. So yeah, we wanted to get ourselves back to America. That was firmly the plan. And this just so happened to be the first job that did that. So, yep, that's where we're headed. Santa Teresa, I believe, New Mexico.
Turn left.
It's going to be somewhat of a different episode to usual.
Turn left.
We are, what my plan is, normally, we include everything. Throw the kitchen, everything including the kitchen sink. And we show the whole run. Now, that's fine. I've got no problem doing that. Although I am having some slight issues with the wheel. Yeah, so I've got no issue doing that. Showing you everything. But I want a trial. Just showing you sort of the job. Start like in one episode basically, this because it's a 14-hour job.
And then turn right.
What that means is ordinarily probably would split this down into two. But I don't want to do that, so what I'm gonna do is there'll be a little cut in the middle where we'll cut out some of the bits in the middle.
Keep left. And then turn left. Turn left.
So yeah, we'll cut a little bit out in the middle, and then we will finish the job on this episode. It is experimental. It's not to say that's the way it's going to go for every job. Largely depends on if you guys love it, hate it, don't really care. But I've seen other YouTubers do it where they'll sort of cut out a bit in the middle, and then you'll see the start, most of the job, and then the end. Like I say, I'm not planning on cutting out a significant amount of the job. It'll probably just be the bit where we would have found some sleep, so probably something like 200 or 300 miles we'll cut out. Obviously, if anything, it'll be recording the whole time. So if anything interesting happens during that period that I'd intended to cut out, then obviously we'll show you. But as it is, I'm not really expecting anything to happen. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about that. Like I said, it's not to say that we're going to be doing that for every single episode, which is something I spoke about trialing anyway. So I thought now is as good a time as any to try it out, see what happens. But yeah, I hope you're all well. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. We are making good progress. That last job we did was long, so long. It was 5 episodes of 5 parts to the job. was, yeah, it was very long. I think you could probably hear, if you watch the final episode, the final job, you could probably hear the sheer joy in my voice to have be finished with that. But yeah, it was a pretty good payday, as you can see there. We're sitting on $34,000, which I think that is probably the best little money we've had for a while. We do have stuff to do, so there's still a lot more to do on the truck. We do have to as well pay for some repairs, just general wear and tear repairs, because obviously we've had a couple of crashes and the trailer needs some repairs, and then obviously the truck needs new parts like new wheel, new interior, stuff like that. So don't expect that's going to be hanging around for long. We are making some good progress on the series. It may not feel like it at times, but we are. We have a couple of jobs off now of doing AH-1 Super Cobras. We are barreling towards our 100th job as well. Obviously this is job 90. We're 10 jobs out from 100, which is not bad going. It's taken longer than I probably thought it would, but there have been some long jobs in that. If I'd have done all short jobs, then we probably would have been there by now. But it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I hope everyone's well. Hope you've whatever you've been up to has been all right. I got a parking ticket the other day. Daughter had a hospital appointment and seemed to have parked somewhere that I shouldn't have. Did appeal it because it didn't feel like there was any obvious signs of where I shouldn't have parked there, but we'll see what the appeal comes back with. That's a £40 parking ticket if I end up having to pay it, which is slightly annoying, but it is what it is. You know, these private parking companies, they got to make their money some way. But yeah, other than that, not really been up to much. Just general daily life, family life, you know how it is, school runs and working and all of that stuff. Not really been a whole heap going on. We did have the other day the firmest confirmation yet that the SCS's focus for ATS is on the Route 66 states. They put out a blog post called, I think it was something like Reaching the End or something like that. Now initially when I read the title, before I even read the article, because I got it on a notification that there was an article, I was initially somewhat concerned, because I thought, well, what I took that to be was, oh, are they ending the game? Maybe they've had some surprise change of direction where they wanted to but finish producing for this game and release a new one or something like that. But no, it was an article about with some heavy clues about Route 66 and such like, so I think it's that's the clearest indication yet. Now, I remember watching one of their developer live streams a fair while back now, and one of their developers sort of mentioned it in passing, that's sort of where they were going, but there'd been no sort of official announcement or anything. So I think the blog post the other day is the clearest sign yet that that is what they're focusing on at the moment, is finishing all the states that connect to Route 66, and then they'll work on filling in the other states around it. What I'd still like to know is what their plan is around. I mean, we're talking years down the line at the rate that they're releasing states at the moment. But oh, big bumps. It's cost us some trailer damage there. Yeah, what I'd like to know is what their plan is once they've filled out all the states. Are they going to carry on and start adding Canada in? Will they branch down to Mexico officially? Or will they call that the game and work on something else? It's an interesting one. I really like SCS's business model. Stop, thank you. I like the way they run their games. You know, when you think about it, this game is just coming up on 10 years old. And it's still going strong. The player base is still massive. They still get really good sales from DLCs and such. So I think, as I've spoken about before, I wish other game manufacturers would take note. And perhaps do the same. But they don't. And, you know, like ATS 2, for example, you know, that's been going even longer. I think 2012 that came out. So that's been going for nearly 15 years. 15 years this year, if my dates are correct. And yeah, it's just the player base is still there. It still regularly appears in the top played games on Steam. So, you know, I think that speaks for itself that their model works. And you can actually run a successful games company without putting a new game out every 2 or 3 years that's subpar. So yeah, I'm excited to see where it'll go and where it'll finish. How, you know, because if you really, the possibilities are endless. I think there's obviously 50 states in the US, which I don't know off the top of my head how many they've done so far. Bienvenidos a Durango. Full butcherization of the greeting, but welcome to Durango, I believe it stands for. Let's get ourselves a slow down because we're gonna have to probably stop here for a checkpoint. We're gonna roll straight on through. There's no barrier. Okay. Oh, nice little truck wash there. But yeah, so there's like 50 states, I believe. I'm pretty sure there's 50 states altogether. And then you've got the provinces in Canada. I was just driving in the middle of the road. Whoa, a bit of rain. I actually think this is the first time we've had rain for... I can't even tell you how many job episodes I had rain for. To keep our wits about us on this one. Yeah, so I think there's about 7 provinces in Canada, I think, and they're pretty large. So we'll need to, you know, that'll keep them going for some kind of time. Working out how to connect that into the base game and how to connect them into each other and such like, and what they include, what they don't include. And then obviously you've got Mexico, and then you've got the other South American countries after that. So in theory, at least in my opinion, possibilities are fairly endless for the game, because there's a lot of area, countries and everything that they could go to. Yeah, there's even places like, I mean, I don't know, I've never been, so I don't know if they have sort of heavy sort of freight like this, freight trucks, but you know, you've got all the countries like Cuba and the Bahamas and like Jamaica, places like that all around that you could include in with a ferry crossing. Again, I don't know how realistic that is. My guess, and it's only a guess, is that it's probably most of the stuff to those countries is flown in rather than driven in. And they've probably got small vans or some smaller trucks, like a box truck or something, rather than big, heavy 16-wheelers, 18-wheelers. Yeah, I'm just nonsense.
In 400 meters, turn right.
And we need to find a fuel stop. Didn't plan that ahead very well.
Turn right.
Luckily there's a fuel stop right there. It's perfect timing. Got $18 toll. Straight, I believe, down here. Okay. And we've got another checkpoint here. Get some external cameras a sec so we can figure out where we're going. Yourself. Don't change camera whilst you're trying to maneuver. So $3.36 on a gallon here. We're going to be a full fill up, so probably looking at $700 or so. But we're pretty healthy on cash right now. I forget off the top of my head what this job pays. I think it's about $2,000. 633, 188 gallons. Let's get rolling again. We'll swing around or head back. Let's figure out the way out of here. Don't want to rest yet. Because if we run into any delays down the line, we are going to be running late. I think we're stopped on the rain. Stop, please stop, please stop. A bit hairy getting out of there. But we are still rocking on the Kama C12. The only reason I'm mentioning that is because we're also rocking on the Kama CP5 pedals. Now, I've got a review. I'll try and remember to link it somewhere if you haven't watched it already, which mentions the CP5 pedals. I do want to get some different pedals at some stage. I wanted to get the Camus LC100s to give them a go because they're more serious, quote-unquote serious style of racer pedals. We couldn't work out a deal with that, so that won't be forthcoming. What I'm looking at probably is it's a bit tricky because my plan is to get the Moser trucking bundle at some point this year, and that comes with pedals. And that is the most economically viable way of getting pedals or getting the trucking bundle, because when you start breaking it down individually to get a wheelbase, the wheel, etc., it's actually cost more than getting the bundle. So where I am, the bundle retails for I think $549. Excuse me. So yeah, the bundle retails for $549. What that includes is two pedal Moser pedals, so brake and accelerator, the Moser trucking wheel, and the base, the R5 base. You can then add on, which would be my plan, you can add on the clutch pedal for an extra little bit. You can then also add on the multi-function stalk that they do, so you got all the functions of a truck, like proper indicators, which I would definitely want to get that, as well as there is a performance spring kit thing for the pedals to make them more realistic. So I'm a little bit tempted to, I wanted to get some either Simjack pedals or some Simpson pedals, which they're quite sort of meaty looking wheels. I don't know if meaty looking is the correct ones, but if you've ever seen them, they're very popular. They're AliExpress, very, or sort of getting better all the time. They're constantly refining them. You can pick a set up, a 3-set clutch pedal brake with the hydraulic dampers, as well as different spring tensions, etc., for I think about £170, including taxes, which is not terrible, but obviously then that puts me in a situation where I'd end up with a spare Moser set of wheels, or having to pay more for the Moser trucking bundle, which I don't know if I want to do that or not, but that is the one option. The other option I was looking at is improving the CP5 pedals to a point where they're more usable. Like, I'm using them fine, do you know what I mean? But there's just not a lot of give to them. There's not a lot of modulation to them. So like when I'm racing and stuff, I play a bit of sim racing now and again still. So when I'm racing with the pedals, it's like full, almost as if it's like full acceleration or full brake. It's quite hard to modulate them correctly, do trail braking correctly and stuff. So I have found a company, actually I'll come back to that company in a sec. So when I was looking, it actually looks like Camus now do their own, I think it looks like Camus have probably listened to the feedback on the pedals, and they now offer a upgrade similar to the way that Moser do. You can buy like a upgraded spring for the pedal, which goes in, I believe it goes in the brake pedal. I don't see why you couldn't put it in the accelerator pedal as well. I think it's $29, and then shipping takes it up to quite high, plus taxes. So I did look at that. Sadly, they don't have those. They've got a UK warehouse where they store stock for faster delivery. But when I spoke to the lady that I deal with at Camus, $27 toll. Yeah, when I speak to her, she says they don't stock those in the UK warehouse. They only stock the accessories, which is what it falls under, in the Chinese warehouse, wherever their base is in China, which is fine. You know, that's their business decision to do so. But what that does mean is that if I wanted to order that, because, you know, again, couldn't work out a deal on that, I'd have to order that myself, which is fine. You know, I'm no issue in paying for it. What I do take offense to, though, is it's like $40 for shipping. I think it's like $29 for the actual part, and then the shipping is like $40 plus any taxes or anything that would be due on import. Because it's low value, I think it'd probably squeeze through customs without any real major issue. But yeah, I just don't really like paying high delivery charges. I don't know if that's me, but when the delivery is more than the actual part, it's a bit like, yeah, I'm not really down for that. So what I kind of put it to the back of my mind, and then
keep left.
I got suggested to me the other day, power of targeted marketing. A company called 3D Wrap, I think they're called. Italian company, and they actually make an upgrade for the Camus CP5 pedals, and they do it for a lot of different products in the sim space. They cater for all of the brands, so Moser and Fanatec, Magic, I think, as well as, you know, Thrustmaster and Logitech and stuff. But they are surprised to find they do offer a CP5 pedal upgrade, which is a it's quite an interesting design, where they basically all connects to the pedal. It comes with everything, so you've got a spring and there's like a little roller and everything, and they do one for the brake and one for the accelerator, and then they've also, it comes with a switchable block, so you can have it of a more classic type of feel versus a more modern kind of feel. It comes with a couple of settings, so you can adjust the stiffness as well, and that's all 3D printed stuff through with like ABS plastic or something. And yeah, so I found that company, and it's €59 for the kit that does both pedals, so it comes with the parts for both pedals, or I think €39 if you just wanted the singular pedal. And more importantly than that, they offer free shipping. It's direct from Italy, and they would ship it to me. I don't believe, I mean, it's hard to know actually, because obviously we left the European Union, but again, I think because it's relatively low value, I think it would probably slide through customs with no issue. Looks like we're going to be paying another toll here. But yeah, so that is the current plan for those pedals. I think is I'm going to order that probably in the next week or two. Just got to see how the finances go, because I had to get the car MOT'd this week, which is that's another story. So yeah, I think that's my plan, because the year-long plan is to firmly get the Moser trucking bundle. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me right now to spend £80 or so on a set of Simjack pedals or a Simpson pedals, which, you know, they're very nice pedals. They're very well regarded generally for performance and adjustability and all that kind of stuff. And I may still eventually get a set of those pedals, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to me to do that now when I'm trying to put enough money aside to get the Moser trucking bundle. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, is because that'll keep, like I said, the CP5 pedals, they're okay. They're not bad. They're not great, but they're not terrible. I mean, they're better slightly than the ones I was using, because the Logitech ones I had broke. So after that, I was using the Logitech ones from the heavy equipment bundle, and they were absolutely trash. So yeah, I think that's what I'm probably going to do, is I'm going to stump the €60, which I think is probably about £59. I think we're probably like a 1-to-1 almost on euro to pound exchange rate. But yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to stick them. When I do get them, I will probably do a video about that, so you can see what it looks like, and then we'll see how they go. I'm slightly dubious because it's 3D printed, but they get great reviews on all of their stuff. All of the sim racers and reviewers and such, they are, you know, they do give them good reviews. I am probably somewhat cheekily going to reach out to them first, just see if there's any chance of like a possible collaboration or anything. You know, I was raised on the mantra of if you don't ask, you don't get. But I'll be happy to pay for them if not. And then with the Camus, like, quote-unquote official upgrade path, will, if they bring them to the UK, if they bring the actual parts to the UK warehouse so the shipping is not ridiculous, then I will probably buy that as well for a comparison. But I'm not, you know, I don't mind paying shipping. I'm not like I'm not paying shipping, it's bullshit, man. Everyone should offer free shipping. I know it's a cost to the business and such, but I just can't agree to paying more shipping than the actual item is worth, or the actual item is costing me. So as much a part of me feels like I should get the Camus one just because they've been good to me, and I appreciate the partnership, I just can't justify spending more on shipping than it's actually worth, do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm up to. Yeah, let me know any thoughts in the comments. If you have if you've any experience with the 3D wrap stuff, that would be great. In just any sort of capacity. Yeah, I am going to cut here, and we'll pick up a little bit later on, so we'll be right back with you. Alrighty,
The American people are counting on you to drive.
We are picking up just outside of Villa Ahumada. Apologies if that is wrong. We are fully rested. We just cleared off about 300 or so miles, and we're a straight shoot now through to the finish up in Santa Teresa. Yeah, nothing majorly interesting happening there. A lot of driving through the night. And yeah, we're gonna just do a straight on shoot now. Yeah, so that's yeah, as I was sort of saying before the cut there, that's my that's my plan. I think at the moment with the pedal wheel situation is the C12 is doing me absolutely fine. I still want to get a bigger rim on it. It's sort of a little bit of a case of, because of my wider plans with the Moser, it's hard to know, or hard to want to spend money on that at the moment, when I want to try and any spare money I get, or any money that I sort of earmark for other stuff, like upgrades to the wheel. I don't want to end up, you know, it's like, God, shall I just save that, not bother, and just deal with it as it is for now? But it is what it is. We'll see how it is. See how it goes. And the other thing, one other thing that I was looking at as well, or thinking about, is for a small fee, the makers of Reformer, they do a, you can join their Patreon, and there's like 2 other bits of Reformer that you can add on. Well, I think 3 other maybe. Yeah, that's on my mind as well, is to do that and think about perhaps adding those bits on. Now, it's difficult because I sort of said that we wanted to stay away from Mexico a little bit, and I feel like if we did that, that's probably going to draw us back to Mexico a lot more, because we'd want to check out the new areas and stuff. So I'm holding off on that at the moment, but it's on my mind to do that if we can, you know, sort of join up their Patreon and get, you know, support them, because the map is great anyway, the ones that I do use. And obviously the other day we were looking at Reformer Estalon, which is another one they do, which is a standalone 1-to-1 map. But you know, I've got no issue whatsoever supporting, as I said before, people who make mods have my utmost respect, paid or free, but especially the guys that put free stuff out, because they just do it for the love of the game. There's no, you know, there's no financial kickback for them. They just do it because they love the game and they want to improve the game for everyone else's enjoyability. So yeah, I'm toying with that idea, but it does tempt me to then want to spend more time in Mexico checking out those areas, when we've got so much of the States that we haven't seen. So I might save that for another time, or later on in the series.
And then exit right.
Like I said, the intention with this series is that it's just going to keep running for a fairly long time. I mean, you know, I can't say that it'll go forever, but I'd like to at least keep it going until they complete all of the States, at the very least, and intersperse some other things in. But yeah, looks like we'll see. But we are mainly just tracking on the channel at the moment. House Flipper series that we started, there is, you know, it's still lingering in the background. I haven't made any new episodes for that in the last few weeks, since Christmas really, because of just everything. You know, Christmas is a mad time of year anyway, so that will, you know, fully intend to bring that back. And then we finally have a release date for Roadcraft, which is another game title from, I think, Saber. It's the game studio that makes it, if I remember correctly. I've got that wrong. Rusty or Mr. F, if you're watching, apologies if that is the wrong game producer. Yeah, their Roadcraft game comes out in May, just the day after my birthday. So I'm going to get that on pre-order, because I liked the look of that when I saw the trailer. I remember seeing the trailer, and then I shared it at the time, unknowing that it was the same developer from SnowRunner, into the Discord, and yeah, I like the look of that from the offset, so I'm gonna bring that to the channel when it comes out. And yeah, that's where we're at for content plans this year, is keep it on, trucking on, and then bring some House Flipper back when I get a chance to record some more, and then Roadcraft. I may like intersperse some other games in there now and again, if I can make time. You know, the time is the enemy. So yeah, as long as I can get time to record, time to edit, then very toll heavy on this one. Yeah, that's always the factor that keeps me from putting out as much content as I'd like, is the time to film, record and edit the episodes. You know, as you all know, as I harp on about, got a busy family life, and that always, as it should, takes a priority. So there's a lot more that I'd like to do, but I just know I can't commit to it. Yeah, like one of the games I love loads, and I used to play this on Twitch a fair amount. I don't, I'm only mentioning it because I just like to start playing it again now and again, but it's Dying Light. Really enjoyed that game. You know, I'm not planning on bringing it to the channel or anything because it's not the right type of game for the audience that I'm trying to capture here. But yeah, I'd like to have the time to just be able to sit down and play it again now and again for a couple of hours. But again, it's you know, not getting enough time to play this game as much as I'd like, or ATS 2 as much as I'd like, or let alone chucking in a non-channel game as well. Yeah, it'll all work out. I think, like I said, the channel was always about just making a community of people, so it's, you know, it's done that, and some, you know, got way more people than I expected. You know, SD Logistics is going well as well. I think we're up to nearly 20 quote-unquote staff members. I'd like to do more with that. But again, it's always just the time element. I'd like to bring back the convoys again, but again, the time element. So yeah, time is the enemy at the moment, and lack of. But yeah, as I was saying earlier on, and I didn't cover on it much, I had the car MOT this week. Failed, as expected, because it was car's getting on a bit, and it's that sort of time now where stuff starts failing, needs doing, wear and tear. It didn't fail too badly, it was just there's a problem with the front brakes, so to get new discs and pads. Well, that was £290 altogether with the discs, pads, labour, and the cost of the MOT itself. So it's pretty hefty amount to have to pay out. What screwed me up is with the car was COVID, because over here they obviously COVID happened, so that 1 year they extended the MOTs to 18 months, and my car was in that, so it was getting MOT'd in July, I think, originally, and then they 1 year because of COVID, they changed it so that it got 18.
In 400 meters, turn right.
This is crazy, bro. So yeah, because of that, I should have. A friend of mine had his done anyway. So even though it was extended to 18 months, he still got his done on the schedule that it should have been done. Which, in retrospect, is what I should have probably done as well, because it's now in January, which is not ideal after Christmas anyway. You have to get your car done, which might potentially cost a lot of money. You could just blast on through. Here we come, out to the border wall. Donald Trump's baby. We are rolling up on Donald Trump's baby now. 14 miles out from delivery. Let's roll on through. See where we can go. Just go through any of these. I think so. Ah, shoot, that one's got red X's. Let's go here. We're going for a checkpoint here. Trigger. Checking documents. Welcome to the United States. Thank you, officers. Have a great day.
Continue straight.
We are quite close to... Oh, we're pulling in for inspection. Where's the way station then? We're gonna drive through it to thing. Probably gonna get a row because we've got a fair old amount of damage. Vehicle is not in technical state required by the law. You have to fix it. I know. That's the plan.
In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left. Keep right, and then continue straight. Continue straight.
Let's creep out here. Through the junction clearly. 4 miles out from delivery.
In 400 meters, turn right.
And there, this next one.
Turn right.
Yeah, it couldn't have worked out better if I tried, and it was completely accidental the way that it happened, but we're literally just inside the US border. About to make our delivery. Hoping on a quick park job. Stop there, Simudad.
You've arrived. It's been my honor and duty to see you through this mission.
Let's find where we're parking. So we're on a straight-in drive. Are we in a straight-in drive, or are we on a swing round and back-up drive? Yeah, we're on a straight-in drive. Nice, nice, nice. But yeah, that's done us, guys. We're just pulling in now until we get the green lines. Do us into neutral, parking brake on, drop the engine, unload the trailer. 400. Yeah, that is done us nicely. On to the end of the next job. 25 hours, 84 gallons of fuel consumed. We've paid ourselves $2,173 for the job. But that's going to do us for this episode, guys. If you have enjoyed the episode, do hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the episode, any thoughts, feedback, improvements, anything like that, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.